Okay, so we're going to go back to 2D plots of real data now, not Matlab analytical functions where you put in a function type. Where is it? Matlab analytical plots, not these where you tell it the function you're going to do, but things where you actually put in data. So I'm going to look at a few of them. I'm not going to look at all of them, by the way. There's just too many. There's just too many. You're going to have to use your help system. Function browser, help on the command line, help something, whatever. A lot of times you'll get hints, by the way, help plot. Down here, you'll see a whole bunch of hints about where you can go. You can go to the reference page, and so on. Use Google. Don't be afraid to use Google. I'm teaching you to fish rather than giving you a fish. I can't tell you everything. There's not enough time in the universe to tell you everything. If you printed out the help systems for these things, it would be the size of a 26-volume encyclopedia. Encyclopedia Britannica. We can only do so much. Okay, I'm giving you the basics. Plot. We need data first. Let's create some data. So I'm creating x from negative 2 pi to 2 pi, approximately 100 points, actually 101 points. And I'm going to create y as the sine, z is the cosine. I had it in my history, so I'm just going back to history to use it. W. Now, let's plot it. Plot. Come on. Plot. I ought to be able to pick it up. No variables selected. Let's see. Select variable to plot. Yes, that is correct. X, X. There's X. There's X in my variable browser. There's Y. There. Two variables. It comes up. Here you can switch X and Y, by the way. Switch variable order. I think this is correct. If it's wrong, we can just redo it. Okay. And I still had subplot on, so CLF, clear figure, gets rid of everything. And it should get rid of the subplot business too from the previous video. Let's go back and take a look now. Yes, it did. Okay, so now we can do the hold on again, and we can plot our data. Oh, remember when I hit this, it created, let's show that again. X data, Z data. Z is the cosine. So select the two variables, click on plot, and boom, it does it. But take a look. It shows you what it's doing on the command line too. So you can type it into the command line just as well. Plot X, comma, W. W is the tangent. There it is. Okay, that's two-dimensional plotting. I'm gonna get rid of the tangent. There's no easy way to just delete it, just repeat it. Oops. Current plot released, okay. I just wanted to plot X, XY, and XZ. There we go. So now we have this, oops, nuts, I forgot to put hold back on. Okay, plot XY, hold, I think I'll leave it at this. I'll leave it at this, good, because I wanted to show you something different. Area. Works just like the plot command, except it shades, as you can see. Scatter works very much. Scatter gives you individual dots. So let me change X equals, I'm just going to go back to my history when I created it in the first place. And instead of making 100 some odd points, we'll give it 10 points or 20, 10 or 20 there. Instead of dividing by 25, we'll divide by 5. And then we'll go back to plot. And we have to recalculate y, because now y is a different size. Notice x is now 21, y is 101 still. They both have to be the same size, so I have to recalculate y. And z and w, by the way, if I wanted to use those. Plot x comma y. There we go. Oh, I didn't want to do plot. I wanted to do scatter. There. I wanted to show you scatter, what scatter looks like. Scatter plot. You can actually change a scatter plot by going into the property editors. You can change the markers to straight lines and so on. I want to show that just a second. From the command line, now you can point and click and go into the property editor and do it there. But they have a code that you can use on the command line as well. I just wanted to show you it's there. So let's do this one. Oops. What? I didn't want to copy it. How come I didn't copy it? This will give us different markers. Copy. Get it back down here, paste. There's the command. I need little x, little y instead of big X, big Y. There. Now, you can barely see it. It's too darn light. What is the code for green or red? Let's do red, R instead of C. Rojo. Okay, now you can see it. It's dotted lines instead of a solid connecting line. The marker is a plus, red plus, dotted lines, red instead of the standard. So you can change it on the command line. You don't have to. You can change it in here too. Go to the property editor, click on the data and change the markers and the lines and all that stuff. I won't show you how. I mean, I've already shown you how to get in the property editor. So I've showed you area, semi-log. Let's do that. SEMI. This puts things on the logarithmic scale, and trig functions will look really weird on the logarithmic scale. And there's even negative data. Okay? Semi-log x. We'll do semi-log y this time. And I'm going to I'm going to show the figures simultaneously so you can see it change. There. Log. Just like the scaling we did in Excel, this is very much like that. And then, and you remembered, of course, that we could change that with our property editor. We're in the property editor already. Let's go there. Okay, why can't figure? Okay, I'm going to close out of the property editor. Get back into the property editor, see if I can get the graph. There, somehow it didn't select it before, now it selected it. We can change back on the fly, change it back to linear. We can change the y-axis back to linear. Okay. Let's see. There's some other routines. Three-dimensional subplot, we already showed that. Scatter, I showed that. Axis, title, X label, Y label. In a previous video, I showed how those work. Okay, that's pretty much two-dimensional plots. I'm just going to go over three-dimensional a little bit in the next video.